Hello, EDN 325 students. Corinne Edwards here to go over your famous mathematicians WebQuest assignment, which is due December 2nd. So to start off with the assignment, you'll want to go to the website Famous Mathematicians, EDN325.weebly.com. Once you're on the page, you'll notice a few tabs across the top which will give you details about the project. So have you ever wondered who thought up a certain mathematical concept? Did you ever want to know who created the Pythagorean theorem, or who discovered pi, or who was the first woman mathematician? Do you ever think about what a mathematician looks like? So maybe these ideas aren't keeping you up at night, but through this WebQuest and the products you and your peers will create, you'll be able to answer these questions and many more. So for your task, you will be using the internet and other resources to learn about the personal and professional side of your chosen mathematician in order to create an online bulletin board, picture book, or interactive poster that tells the story of your selected mathematician. The process tab is where you will find most of the details for this project. So task 1, you're going to select your famous mathematician. Please keep in mind that everybody in the class is only allowed to select one mathematician, and your mathematician must be different than all of your peers. So this must be approved by Dr. Hargrove. So you'll click on this link, you'll pull up the famous mathematicians. You'll either select one off this list or one of your choosing, and you will reach out to her for approval prior to progressing on with the rest of this project. Task 2. After Dr. Hargrove has given you permission to proceed forward, you will begin researching the major aspects of their life. So to find the needed information, you'll need to access the internet or utilize different resources from the library. Here's some helpful websites to consider also. So you'll also want to include the following in your project: your mathematician's early years. So you're going to want to include these 5 questions and have answers to them within your project. So not just 1 or 2 of them, but all 5 of them. You'll also want to include their college life and or mathematical training, and then you'll want to answer the 2 questions you see here. You'll include their accomplishments by including the 5 questions you see here. You'll also include their later years by answering the 3 questions that you see here. So you'll need to find at least 1 photo or image of your mathematician. You'll also need at least 2 other photos which highlight his or her work or represent what he or she is all about. For the project, you'll need a minimum of 3 resources which tell the story of your mathematician. You'll also need to make sure that you cite them appropriately. So task 3, you can begin to create your online display, which is due on or before December 2nd. The following free technology tools will aid you in creating your final project. There are 3 possible online programs listed here, but if you have another Web 2.0 tool that you'd rather use or have another idea of how to display your mathematician's information, please let Dr. Hargrove know so that she can approve that. For this assignment, you need to go beyond creating just a PowerPoint, Prezi, or a website. The idea is to create a virtual image to display all of the information. When you submit your assignment on Blackboard, you will only need to send her the web address to your online display. So you will not need to send her an entire project. All she needs is the web address sent through Blackboard in the assignment block. So here are some sites to consider. And task 4, you also need to be able to come to class on December 2nd prepared to present your project to the class in a 5-minute presentation. So, and then during that class, you'll also be answering a few reflection questions while your peers are presenting their projects. And those can be found right here under reflection questions. I'll pull those up. Those are the reflection questions that you will be answering while you're listening to your peers present their presentations on the December 2nd class. Let's just go back up to the top. Let's click on the Evaluation tab. So the Evaluation tab is going to list the rubric for this particular assignment. I would pay close attention to this first column because that's where you're going to earn the maximum amount of points if you stick with that column. Let's click on Conclusion. So your mathematician's online display must be completed and submitted by December 2nd. You need to come to class ready to present the project also on December 2nd. So remember, in the Blackboard assignment block, you need to send the web address, which is associated with your project, and then also come to class prepared to present your project in a 5-minute presentation on December 2nd as well. Here are some references for the site also and for this assignment. So, good luck with the project. I know that everybody's going to do a great job, and I look forward to seeing your work.